Thank you. I would now request Dr. R.K. Malhotra, Director General FIPI, to state the welcome address and opening remarks.
A very good morning to all the participants to this young professionals forum. It's my pleasure to welcome you all here today in this forum, which is being done through a new virtual platform. Normally, we would have been meeting in some place and exchanging pleasantries with each other, but this is the time, the time has changed. I also thank BCG, our knowledge partner for this program, and my young team at FIPI, which have put up a good program together for all of you. I also take this opportunity to thank our Secretary Petroleum, Shri Tarun Kapoorji, who was to deliver the inaugural address today, but because of some urgent meetings of Parliamentary Committee, he will be joining and addressing you around 1 p.m. today. He could not join in the morning, but let me thank him that he still adjusted his schedule and he has kindly consented to deliver his address at about 1 p.m. As you know, these are unprecedented and unpredictable times. We are going through a crisis, kind of crisis, which we have never seen in our lifetime. And possibly, I don't know, as they say, this kind of pandemics happen after 100 years, the generation, you as young people also may not see, and I wish you don't see such a pandemic in your lifetime. This has created so much of health problem world over. You see so many people getting infected. You see so many people dying. This is very painful, but we have no alternative but to go through and wait for some cure to be developed or some vaccination also to be developed. The level of devastation that is insurmountable, not only in terms of the way we have been working, the human lives are under threat, but the economies world over have taken a setback. And I don't know, it may take a couple of years to recover and come back to the stage where we are. Well, there is no doubt that this pandemic has caused a lot of pain and agony to the entire world. But the only possibly one greener thing which we see in this kind of pandemic is that people are getting used to clear skies, people are breathing fresh air, and they said this is the time when perhaps we are emitting least of the CO2. That's the only greener side of it actually, what we find, So whether most of the organizations will be feeling the pinch of it, but they are also reorienting themselves. They have learned on how to manage and move forward while working from home, wherever possible and feasible, except the production units. Most of the organizations are working from home. The virtual meetings, conferences like this, and even exhibitions are becoming a new norm. And I personally feel there's nothing wrong about it. Normally, in a normal scenario, we would not have learned how to do all this. But this pandemic has told us how to use the technology, how to communicate, and how to have effective utilization of our time. When I talk to some of the CEOs and in the various companies, and they tell that because of this pandemic, when they are working from home, they have become more busy, they have become more effective, they have plenty of time available because otherwise they would have been spending while traveling, or also they would have been, having meetings where lunches, dinners, etc., etc. And now they have time all available with them, where they can focus on so many things. Now, even the business deals are getting concluded. It is not that this pandemic has stopped business. Now, the business is also getting getting used to this kind of atmosphere. There have been deals which have been done. You have seen Reliance Jio getting big deals concluded during this period. On the Jio investment side, they are also making investments. I see people who are associated with the marketing side of various businesses. They have been concluding their deals over phones and without physical handshakes or physical contacts or meetings. And this kind of pandemic, the travel bans, etc., and the people are not able to travel. So the leaders have now more time than ever before. And this stepping back has redirected and focused energies on looking structurally and strategically at the businesses. So these are some of the ways things have changed. Never before life has given us the opportunity that has been given to the young professionals of today. Many of you might be working from home, but some are working on alternative days. So you are saving time on travel. So you have time to reskill, develop, and adapt to this highly dynamic world. This is the time for all, and especially the younger audience, that you have to work on yourselves, keep up with the changing times, and make yourselves indispensable in the face of an ever-changing and highly technologically advanced landscape, since failure to do so would result in becoming irrelevant and redundant. So please spend your time on upskilling yourself, acquiring more knowledge, and use your time more productively, whatever is there at your disposal. The opportunities are especially right for all, considering the demographic bracket you belong to, as well as the nation you are in, with many organizations seeing the opportunity to position India as a meaningful second supply base, both internally and with customers. Companies have been getting inquiries from customers in geographies either to not focused on. And that the government has also been, trying to bring about, you have heard, seen in the film, the startup fund has been created. Many of you can become entrepreneurs. Government is trying to become, make Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme and all those kind of things, that the loans are being made available. So there are plenty of opportunities for the youth of this country. If they are entrepreneurs and they want to be entrepreneurs, they can be. It is with this, in mind, that we have planned and designed this program over the course of 2 days. The world, as you know, it's peak of transitory phase, and that's what we named the leadership in times of transition, this program's theme. And actually, with digitalization taking the main stage in literally all forms of business, a session has been planned on digitalization in the oil and gas sector to understand the extent and benefits of the same. While it is difficult to predict a world post-COVID-19, a session has been planned to gauge what the oil and gas sector would look like in the post-pandemic phase and how to face the challenges as well as opportunities that may arise with the changing times. Considering the volatility that oil prices have seen over the past couple of months because of the destruction in demand and the global urgency that has emerged towards cleaner and renewable forms of energy, we have a session explaining the significance and impacts of the same. More than any other sector, it is the energy sector which will see major transition to clean fuels, renewables, alternatives, hybrids, electric vehicles, hydrogen fuel cells, etc. It's therefore important for future leaders to understand what future holds for them and how the oil companies will have to transform themselves in a more rapid speed into energy companies. You will have to innovate to survive. You will have to innovate to convert carbon to fuels and chemicals so that you are not called polluting industries. You will have to have targets for becoming zero carbon companies in shortest possible of time. So I think these are some of the challenges which I'm sure the younger professionals working in our energy industry will accept and turn it into an opportunity. Highlight of this forum will be a session on the leadership in post-COVID world, where discussions and deliberations will surround on empowering young professionals to tackle challenges arising in their professional and personal lives. And the forum will end with a session on managing growth and relationships in the digital world. So, friends, ladies and gentlemen, the future of this country is in your hands. The future of this industry is in your hands, and I'm sure that this forum, 2-day sessions will give you all the opportunity to reflect, rewind, and reassess what is needed to keep up in this transitory world. And I urge you to fully utilize this opportunity. With these words, I welcome you all here again and hope that this forum and the discussions in these 2 days will be a great experimental learning for everyone. Thank you very much, and once again, welcome you all to this Young Professionals Forum.